Hey, what up everybody, welcome to the show. Today we're playing Biomutant. One of the newer games came out for the PlayStation 4, it's also on the PlayStation 5, possibly Xbox, don't quote me on that, I know for sure on the computer. Been having a great time with this game. I know I've heard a lot of mixed reviews, a lot of people not liking it. I'm not completely sure what the issues are, but I think it's one of the better RPGs I've ever played. You create this cute little animal character, I guess you would say. Wide variety of changes. You can make them look all kinds of weird based on the type of character you want to make. If you want to make, like for instance, mine is a mainly strength and agility type. You can also do other kind of formats for them. You know, you can do intellect, you can do charisma, and so on. And they all have different effects in the game based on how you want to play, your play style. It's a really fun game. I've had honestly a blast. Other than, I know a lot of people for sure hate the narrator. There's like a narrator that tells you to do everything, but I mean, I kind of understand where they're coming from. It's coming from like in my personal opinion, I haven't looked it up, but it seems to me like a children's storybook. If anybody understands anything about children's storybooks back in the day, there was always a narrator that sounded just like this reading the book. I mean, we're in the animal world, so why would you understand what the animal's saying? You always need a narrator to explain it to you, what each character and animal and how they're feeling. Which I can see why that would bother each other, because it does get kind of old after a while. You'd like to skip through, or at least just listen to the animals talk to each other, but instead of you actually understanding their language, which does kind of not make any sense since you are an animal yourself, you should be able to understand the language. The narrator has to come in behind the people that are talking, or should I say animals that are talking, and actually narrate what they were saying. That does get kind of annoying, but I will say I do kind of think it's kind of cool. It's kind of cutesy, I guess. I kind of like it. It's different and kind of original. I will also say another issue with it is its tutorial. A lot of people are having issues with how long the tutorial is. I do kind of agree. In the beginning of the tutorial, you really just want to go off and explore on your own, but honestly, it goes for a minute on the tutorial. I don't completely know how far the tutorial goes. I feel like I kind of broke off fairly early. I'll say once I got the little speedboat looking thing in the very beginning, I pretty much took off from there. Once in a while you have to unlock, memories and whatnot on how to do certain things like crafting and other things just like crafting. But I mean, other than that, it kind of takes off for me. I pretty much, as soon as I got the boat and I could explore the world, I was out of there. I was definitely out of there. I know I've spent, I want to say hours. I'm going to say at least 20 or plus hours, and I still haven't even really left the first area. I've just been too busy exploring. I've been having a great time personally. I know a lot of people had issues with it, but I don't know how much of it is probably content creators. I know a lot of content creators typically want to speed through the game and get as much of it covered as possible. So I don't know. As me, as just a casual content creator and a player of the game, I actually really enjoy the game. I thought it was very unique. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought the RPG part of it was really nice. Whatever story they created here is exactly, you're actually getting immersed in the story. So I honestly, if I had to give Biomutant a score, I'd give it like a 8 out of 10 personally. And I thought it was a phenomenal game. I mean, had a lot of fun. I like all the customizations. I like all the possibilities of weapons. Right now I just created this new, because I'm a dual wielder based on the class I went with. I created this scythe looking one-handed weapon, and then the other one's kind of more of like a dagger slash sword kind of weapon, and one does frost damage where the other one does electric damage, and they're both pretty fast. So I'm like tearing things up, and which I crafted it and I really liked. I was kind of worried in the beginning because I know a lot of people were saying there's going to be a durability kind of like Zelda, which I did not like. I did not like that in Zelda. That was the one thing I disliked in Zelda. Yeah, you could find more weapons here and there, but I didn't like the fact that if you found a really nice weapon that it will eventually break on you, and that's it. There is no repairing it. There is nothing with it. But I mean, I really enjoyed the game. I haven't really put any videos out there. I've got hours of coverage, but the issue is I've been playing the game. I can't stop playing it. I've had a lot of fun. And honestly, I put this many hours into it, at least 2 days, and I still have yet to fight the Porky Puff, which is supposed to be the first world eater. I mean, I can't help it. I can't decide, do I want to be evil, do I want to be good, do I want to be a little bit of both? It's kind of hard, it really is. I mean, a lot of times you're playing as a evil guy, like me in particular. I want to be evil, and then you get an option to not help somebody out, which will make you more evil. And it's like, I don't know. I don't like the options you were giving me. I'm trying to think what was one of them. Like, essentially, you're killing off this entire crew. You can either kill off the leader of the crew, which is supposed to be light, and they're the ones that really want to bring about the tree of life surviving, or you can, put them in jail, which I guess is a better option. I still feel like it's kind of dark, but they're kind of making it as black or white, and you gotta pick one. And of course, I had issues killing him because I didn't like the idea of killing him because he's not a bad person, and I don't think he's really gonna affect the future. But also, I don't know that I want to be bad. I don't. Maybe I want to save the tree of life. And if that's the case, why would I want to kill the guy that wants to help unite all the different clans? So I kind of put him in jail. Maybe I'm kind of split between maybe saving him and possibly going the good side, because I don't want the tree of life to die. I don't really like the darkness. I don't like all the, I guess you would say, all the toxic and all the different elemental damage that's out there. And I'm assuming in game, if you go with the full dark, that's all you're going to deal with is elemental damage and corrosion and toxic and no air in some areas. And to me, that's not really that fun. I kind of like the open world, beautiful world. It's like you're on a beach, running around, fighting monsters. It's a lot of fun to me. I really enjoy it. The one thing that bothers me is if let's say you find like a special elemental damage, clip of like bullets that can do ice, fire, electric, toxic, or whatever. You have a clip of 25. That's it. Once you use those 25 bullets up, it's pretty much done. I don't like that. I would have rather have had it to where like you can actually make your own customized toxic or frost damage or fire damage, and pretty much because you unlock that pad, and now you can constantly get the bullets for it to where you can make them yourself. Now that probably is a thing, maybe. I don't know. I haven't really messed with it too much. I have seen pistols, I've seen shotguns, I've seen rifles. I'm more preferable of the machine gun. I'm more preferable to the machine gun. It just has more. It just does quite a bit less damage. It's really noticeable, but it does come in handy whenever things come up in your face. You can just kind of switch to the gun. I like the guns. It kind of sucks because you want more power with them, and if you would have went that route, you would have probably had more power with them, but it is what it is. I'm more of a melee guy. I use the guns to kind of fill out people and how they do. And then I use my weapons to kind of finish off the creatures, because that's where I do most of my damage, being mostly in damage, with strength. But not only that, I mean, I've got really good agility. I'm going to say 100 and something agility. So my dodge is up there with one of the top in the early stages of the game. So I have no issues dodging attacks and moving around. Now for the later stage of the game, I don't know. And I haven't really played much in the toxic areas, mainly because it's not appealing to me. I've got 30 in a couple of my, I think I've got 30% on some of my, toxic alone. And I think I've also got gear that puts me up to 100%, but I've kind of noticed, even though I've got 100% resistance to toxic, when I go over in toxic areas, it still kind of seems like it ticks down on me, which I don't like, because I want to have the time to actually explore the toxic area. That's to be seen in the future, based on if I can upgrade more things, maybe it can get better, but as of right now, I do not like the toxic areas. It kind of reminds me a little bit of No Man's Sky, where you go to a planet and they'll have some kind of elemental damage and you have to have the right suit and everything to survive out there. But even so, you're still getting hurt. You're like, you gotta get out of there. And I'm not a big fan of that. I'm more of an explorer. But I do like that. Because it gives me more opportunity to kind of like not get bored. Because you will get bored of the open world once you explore so much. But so far, I'm super and honestly surprised on how much fun I'm having with this game. Even though it's, I guess you would say, a sandbox area, you can't tell it's a sandbox area. There's so many little hidden caves or behind the waterfalls or climbing up mountains to get to a whole nother area. The discovery of new people, new weapons, new little side missions. I mean, I've caught myself countless times coming into a new village and it giving you a checkoff list of what you need to complete. You need to find this and that, and there's 2 pieces of superior loot, and there's a couple of puzzles you have to solve. And I will literally stay there for about 30 minutes trying to find every single one of the objectives because I want to check them off my list. It's a lot of fun. I think for somebody that likes to grind, it's my kind of game. I come from the World of Warcraft world, and I really like this kind of stuff. And I normally can't get into the MMO anymore because I'm a parent. But this game lets me do kind of scratch that itch a little bit. I do wish it was kind of multiplayer. Everybody could have their characters on different accounts and whatnot. But I think that would ruin the experience of the game. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I've got plenty of videos to come. It's taken me a while to get to, guys. I've just been so immersed in the world and really do my best. But I've heard all these negative reactions to the game, and it just honestly kind of bothered me, and I wanted to get my opinion out there. I know today supposedly they're supposed to have a patch today for PC only on June 2nd. And then I think the console system is supposed to get the patch in the near future, if not tomorrow. Pretty much what the patch does is it's supposed to, I guess, lower the narration to where it's not as loud and taking over the game. And the other part is supposed to shorten the tutorial system, I guess. Those are the main things I know people have an issue with. I didn't mind them. I think the tutorial system is kind of needed for a game like this. It is a very easy combat situation game. It's more of like a attack, dodge, attack, dodge, and then pull out your secondary weapon and get a little range on it. It's really basic. It's, I guess you would say, Devil May Cry logistics, but it's a phenomenal game. I don't know. I'm having fun with it. I think it's more for fun. I don't know how much of it is kind of going towards the content creators, because I feel like the content creators have issues making videos on it. It is true. I mean, there's so much to the game, and I mean, you have to do so much before you can actually save up any content that's worth the dang. That, I guess I get it from the content creators. It takes a while to get through this. And is it really enjoyable to just show an hour of you just looking around for things? Probably not. But I get it. I think on that aspect, if it's going to make the game last and maybe we can get some more DLCs in the future, I think it's worth it. I really like the game. Hopefully the patch doesn't ruin it for me, because I've really kind of roamed this world. But yeah, hope you guys liked the video. I know it wasn't really that much. I just really wanted to get my opinion out there of how I felt about the game. Hope you guys liked it. If you guys did, definitely hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more videos of Biomutant. I'm a huge fan of it. I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you are as well, so go ahead and subscribe. Also, leave me a comment. I want to be more active with my YouTubers. I don't have many of them. This is still like a beginning platform, but I definitely want to be more active in the community. If you have any comments or you want to share your opinion, even if it's negative, I'm going to still answer back. I mean, that's just who I am. But yeah, I really like the game. Tell me if you play Biomutant, what your character looks like, what you think of the game, what you dislike about the game, and so on. I really like that kind of stuff. I don't really get it much. I mean, I've only got, I think, 50 subscribers, and I don't know how many of them actually interact with me. Maybe 1 or 2 here and there. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Also, I have a Patreon. If you guys want to go there and support me, probably not, because you're not probably a subscriber yet, but in the future you will be. And supporting me helps me actually get out here and do more videos. Right now I'm doing, maybe if I'm lucky, 1 a week, 1 a month, which isn't nothing based on what I could be doing. But it's hard to do it when you've got bills to pay and you've got kids to take care of. You got more priorities. But I really enjoy this. Especially this Biomutant game has really kind of opened me up. I really liked it. It's bringing back Ghost of Tsushima vibes, in a sense, along with Devil May Cry vibes. All in all, guys, like I said, I'm gonna definitely rate it a 8 out of 10. I don't think it's the perfect game, but I think it's one of the better games out there, especially if you're thirsty for an RPG. This is pretty damn good, I'm not gonna lie. I really like all the customizations and the possible loot you can find. I like the world exploration. I like getting into the story and actually learning for it. I mean, you actually feel like you are the character. I like customizing your character, making him who he is. I don't know. It's just one of the few games that I've ever played that really gets you into the game. But appreciate you guys. I will have more content coming out. Definitely let me know if you liked the video. If you did, I'm going to have more coming out faster. Like I said, I've just been kind of busy and not really able to do it too much besides play the game. You know, I love the game. Like I said, I've got at least 24 hours right now saved of footage of just fighting and getting stronger and doing all kinds of other stuff. I haven't even attempted to fight the World Eater yet. I think I'm level 18. If you guys want to see that grind to level 18, definitely subscribe. I'll have more videos up there. Appreciate you guys. My other videos I'm going to have linked down in the description. And until next time, Bronze Wolf Alchemist out.
Looks like the switches need to be turned to match so enough charge can flow through the conductors. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework.